What is going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another episode of NAS100 analysis today. And we're going to be picking up from some of the stuff we talked about last week in regards to the overall movement of the NAS. First off, guys, if you find the content useful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like on your way in, because you're going to like this content, that I can promise you. All right, so with all of that covered, we're going to get straight into it. So last week, the last video that I did, right, price was basically pushing up. We had these three yellows that we're seeing right now, and I'm talking about this on the day. So this is the daily chart. We're just going to zoom in so you can have a really good idea as to what I'm talking about. So the last video that I did, we had these three candles appear, but these two weren't even on, right? So they weren't on, but these three were definitely on, right? So I was like, look, I think price is going to head to this zone over here, which is 12,960.03. Now that is a zone, okay? And if you watch the backtesting videos, you will see how I approach zones, especially the most recent videos. So the ones I've done on the NAS most recently, and the ones I've done on the S&P, and I'm going to be doing some more at some point, and they're going to be around currency, mainly US pairs, right? Mainly US pairs, because obviously I'm active in the US markets. Right, so basically what I said was back then, and even the video prior to that, was if I was looking for a swing trade, I'd be looking for a suitable place to take my buys from, right? Now this area that we have right here, okay, this area that we have right here, this to me is a suitable place to be considering taking buys, especially if you're swing trading the market. I mean, if you're in it for the day, couple hours, give or take, then naturally it wouldn't make sense for you to be sticking a buy in at this location. You might want to be thinking about putting in sell, especially if market opens tonight and then it starts to push down. As I understand it, I believe tomorrow is a bank holiday. It might be kind of slow at this level, so you might get a little bit of a push down, a slow day, couple pips in there, you know, 10, 20, give or take, if you're thinking about selling. But overall, if you're thinking about buying, if you're thinking about taking long positions, it is in a good location to be considering that. And on that note, it's important that I say this: I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. It is super important you learn to do the homework, the research, do all of that yourself before making financial decisions. If you take the information on this channel to make trades and it goes wrong, I have to tell you, it will be your fault. All right, it will be your fault, because I've done the work and I know what I'm risking. I'm assuming you've done the work, or you are learning about how to do the work so you can make your own decisions. But if you're expecting me to do your homework for you, okay, well, some of the answers are going to be right, but sometimes you just might get it wrong based on what your requirement actually is in the market. So it's important, learn to do the homework. So swiftly moving on from where I was. So this would be an ideal location that I'll be thinking about possibly taking buys in this location. But in saying that, price could come down lower. So tomorrow when market opens, price could actually come down a little bit lower, and if it does, then, and you got it in at around this level, you're going to be holding a bag, right? So you need to take that into consideration before you make any type of financial decisions. Make sure that it all makes sense to you. So we're just going to jump out of this briefly. And let's see what else we can see in regards to what market is doing. So at the moment, it looks like it wants to push up, but we currently have an all-encompassing bearish candle right now. So I'm just going to go back into the zoom in again so we can really take a look to see what's going on here. So we have an all-encompassing bearish candle pushing down. Okay, right now you could say it's going to produce more pushes to the downside, but at the same time there is quite a significant amount of buying pressure at this level, and you can see by the wicks over here. So you can see by the wicks over here, okay, we've got a couple wicks over here as well. All right, so there's buying pressure at this level, right? So when I look at this, and then I look at the situation that's going on over here, my main thing that I'll be considering, especially analyzing this on a day, is if the next candle closes below this wick over here. Okay, if it closes below this wick over here, then I'll be like, okay, maybe it's not actually going up, maybe it's doing the other thing, it's going down. This is the area that I'm talking about. So this is the area that I'm talking about, right? I'm trying to get it dead on, see. Okay, I think this is relatively dead on. Let me put a little price point on it. And once again, guys, this is a zone, right? So this is not dead on, this is a zone because I'm not in that close. So what I'll be looking at, if price closes below 12,183.64, then I'll be like, okay, cool. There might be a very, very, very good chance the price is going to be falling down, and this X means nothing at all, okay? Because what would then happen is the next candle would be below the 20 moving average. So if it closes below this level that I just mentioned, that candle will be below the 20 moving average, heading towards the 200 moving average. At that point, there is a very, very, very good possibility that it will bounce from that level and push up, because as we can see in this location over here, there too is buying pressure. Some may refer to this as a liquidity zone. It's not wrong, it's right, but I'll just say buying pressure. Buying pressure just seems like the right thing to say in this location, and we can see there's a lot of buying pressure at around these levels. So there's guys waiting down here, institutions are waiting down here, okay, to push this up. So, and with that being said, it basically means that this trend would then need to be extended. So if I want to make this as accurate as possible, I will need to extend this further down a little bit more, just so it makes that much more sense. Because like I said, we can see there's buying pressure. There's buying pressure over here, and there's buying pressure over here. Okay, right? And tomorrow, like I said, it's a bank holiday, I think, in the United States. I haven't actually checked. I could Google it right now when they tell me the answer, but I just can't be bothered. So I'll just assume it's a bank holiday. I'll go through my emails and I see what's there. If you have a broker, the broker will tell you. So if you actually do trade, you would know if tomorrow's a bank holiday or not, especially in regards to the US. So I don't need to double check anything. You will know. So what is the plan? What is the plan going to be? The plan is really simple, in my opinion, how I plan to attack the market. So tomorrow, if price closed below this level, right, I would be considering taking sales. But before I take the sell, I would jump into the fundamental side to see what the flash service PMI has to say for itself, because that will be coming in my time zone, which is the UK. It will be coming in at 2:45 in the afternoon, right? So as soon as that report is released, okay, that will either confirm to me if price is indeed going to be breaking down, or if it is going to be pushing up from this level, because once again, there is buying pressure at this level. So there's a lot of insight in regards to what market could do when it opens. Not tonight, because tonight and tomorrow is 50-50, anything could happen, okay? But from Tuesday is when I am going to be paying close attention to what market is going to be doing, how it's going to be doing it, and then I will plan my attack from Tuesday. So tomorrow, what am I most likely going to do? Well, tomorrow, what I'll probably do is I'll just go into a lower time frame, see what the movement is like. Let me turn off this stuff actually, because we're not even using it. Let me just get rid of this. So tomorrow, what I would most likely do is I would just have a quick look to see what market is doing, right? So just have a quick look to see what market is doing tomorrow. And if market looks like it wants to push down, and then naturally what I would do is I'll just ride it for a couple of hours, give or take, coming with trailing stops, all the special tools and that. Make sure I bring them all in and grab a little something here and there. That is if I decide to engage in the markets, right? But as it stands, I don't know if I'm taking buys or if I'm taking sells, because I need something to happen in order for me to even consider taking either a buy or a sell. There is a strong indicator to say take a sell, but at the same time, I might want to be a little bit cautious. Reason being, on the hourly and on the day, we're getting conflicting information. So first off, we have the cross of the moving average on the hourly that suggests a sell, and then on the day, we have a cross below that suggests a buy. Okay, so the only thing that can save me in this situation right now is what the news has to say for itself. And another thing that I also know as well is that there's a lot of buying pressure in this zone. So when I combine them all together, right, I would say to myself, there is a high likelihood the price is going to be pushing up. And if that is the case, then once that's confirmed, that's when I'll be taking a position. So with all of that covered, my awesome people from all around the world, I want to thank you for coming over to watch another episode of NAS100 analysis today. Make sure you check out all the backtesting videos, especially if you're new to trading. There is tons and tons of useful information in there that will help you guys out. Yeah, and just make sure you do that. And obviously when I release analysis videos, just make sure you hang around for those as well. So make sure, obviously, if you haven't done so already, you've hit the subscribe button. I think I'm mentioning it twice now. Okay, so hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification, and drop us a like. And if you find it super useful, drop us the super thanks. That will be appreciated. That will go towards another Mac computer, you know, like I do love my Mac. So yeah, that will definitely help support that. So if you want to have your name as a sticker stuck on my Mac to say that this is partially due to whoever you are, drop me a super thanks, right? Drop me a super thanks. All right, so guys, so with all of that covered, once again, thank you. Your energy is appreciated, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video very, very soon. So for now, this is Pips and Points signing out.